I die, fuck it, I wanna go to hell. Cause I'm a piece of shit, it ain't hard to fucking tell. It don't make sense going to heaven with the goody goodies dressed in white. I like black Timbs and black hoodies. Gotta probably have me on some real strict shit. No sleeping all day, no getting my dick lit. Hanging with the goody goodies, lounging in paradise. Fuck that shit, I wanna tote guns and shoot dice. All my life I've been considered as the worst. Lying to my mother, even stealing out her purse. Crime after crime, from drugs to extortion. I know my mother wish she got a fucking abortion. She don't even love me like she did when I was younger. Sucking on her chest just to stop my fucking hunger. I wonder if I died, the tears come to her eyes. Forgive me for my disrespect, forgive me for my lies. My baby mother's 8 months, my little sister's 2. Who's to blame for both of them? I swear to God, I wanna just slip my wrist in this bullshit. Throw the magnum, took my head, threatened the bullshit, and squeeze until the bed's completely red. I'm glad I'm dead. I want this fucking Buddha head. The stress is building up. I can't believe suicide's on my fucking mind. I wanna leave. I swear to God, I feel like death is fucking calling me. But nah, you wouldn't understand. I swear to God, I feel like death is fucking calling me. I swear to God, I feel like death is fucking calling me. But nah, you wouldn't understand. Death is fucking calling me. You see, it's kinda like the crack did the Pookie and New Jack. Except when I cross over, there ain't no coming back. Should I die on the train track like Rainbow and Beat Street? People at the funeral frontin' like they miss me. My baby mama kissed me, but she glad I'm gone. She know me and her sister had something going on. I reach my peak, I can't speak. Call my nigga cheek, tell him that my will is weak. I'm sick of niggas lying, I'm sick of bitches hawking. Matter of fact, sick of talking.
Something's different.
What?
I can feel it. What happened?
I don't know.
How many APUs are operation?
13, sir.
Give me the one closest to gate 3.
Yo, what up, YouTube? What up, what up, what up? I gotta tell you, man, each time I record this, I kid you not, every time I make a video, a podcast, a vlog, whatever the fuck this variety show situation is, I'm like, this is going to be the last one. But I'm just so bored with looking online. I can't even, it's difficult to tell which things are true. Some things I see I can tell is true because I don't remember it from prior time. So in other words, there's individuals that do exactly as they did in former lifetimes, and the videos that update pertaining to when I word bank or I hear words that I said or a reference to something I said within a short amount of time, then I am able to trace the Holy Spirit and tell that this individual, though in my so-called delusion, I speculate in theory that when we experienced the particle collider, that our reality, our world went down a black hole. Things are hella different for me. Like, take for instance, at nighttime, animals just love to like fucking be around me. I can't get away from the deer. It's like they know where I'm going to be at, and they're like extra friendly. And when it happens to a certain extent, you're like, well, I just get along with animals, so on and so forth. But when it happens this frequently, with these animals and shit like that, it starts to fuck with your mind a little bit, because it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it starts to be a lot if every time you come outside of your house and you see deer gathered where you're going. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the time, or you walk, like, let's say you walk a mile away from where you live, and you see the same rabbit seem to follow you throughout your entire course of walking for that entire mile. Like, and by the time you get into, like, these movies with shapeshifting and all sorts of other situations, as I've seen individuals shapeshift, so on and so forth, is as the agreement of scripture that says that reality is like a womb. You understand what I'm saying? Because you as an individual, if you have your core essence and your principles and you're going forth, then it seems like your environment manifests different spirits, like an anime or some shit, like Princess fucking Mono. You know what I'm saying? The anime, it's like the world comes alive. When you come outside, then others come outside also. And walking up and down paths, you could sense who wouldn't be there if you wasn't there also. And it would seem that they pick up on your patterns, and by the pacing of their steps in their subconscious, you could track the fact that their direct intention, even though they don't know what you're doing in your house or know you exactly, they come out with you. And this is why I showed that video, Spiritual Warfare is Brutal. And at the end, I had a video, I think it was by Massive Attack. Maybe the song was called Angel. I think the song was called Angel or something like that. Anyways, it's a brother running from a crowd of human beings. It's like a living zombie apocalypse in the music video. And then at the end, he just turns around and faces all of them and starts walking towards them. And then they mimic him and do the same thing. So they end up walking away from him. So this kind of correlates with the first will be last and the last will be first. And the fact that the knowledge of this world is backwards also. If the Mandela effect came to change things and I was viewed as a loser, you know what I'm saying? If things were taken from me and I was treated badly, horrible, suffering in the body of the bearing in the burdens of the body, then blessings can only come one way spiritually. It's going to go in the directions of those who follow Christ. Even if this world comes apart. Because so many things here is strange. And it doesn't seem like conscious beings are connected. But as the Bible has written, that we're spread apart. So we're mixed in this mixture. And I got to tell you, man. The weather is strange. Out here, I'm walking around. It's clear skies. It's like 2 a.m. in the morning, 1:30 a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning. There's so much morning dew on the grass already. It's like a wet shower curtain. I usually go to the jungle gyms to do pull-ups, but I got tired of the perspiration, of the humidity, because Missouri has like swamp weather during the day. You understand what I'm saying? But the jungle gyms be dry. But I don't want to go to the jungle gyms and be doing pull-ups outside in 91 degree weather. I'd rather go in the morning and get my exercise done. And already at 1:30 a.m., there's so much morning dew on the grass, it's as a wet shower curtain. And there's not a single cloud in the fucking sky. It's not even humid outside. I have no perspiration on me since I came outside. However, condensation or whatever the fuck you call that shit. I have no condensation. So how can the grass, I was trying to make the squeaky noise on the grass. It's wet enough to make a squeaky noise. I mean, it's insane. This place is fucking insane, man. And no wonder. So, like, I'm just thinking to myself, like, maybe this is why God is kind of like, with the whole things that I thought that I wanted for a long time. Maybe it just wasn't possible that I got those things. Not here. Something is very bad. Okay, something is very bad and very wrong. And I gotta tell you, sisters out there too, man. Take care of yourself, because let me tell you something, man. I'm not trying to be a dick, but like, on the real, like, listen. Hey, man, listen. When those lesbians fucking get together, dude, they fucking, the shit they do to each other with them damn fucking vacuum attachments and medieval fucking torture devices is fucking insane. You cannot complain about what a dude is interested in comparison to the fucking shit that you do with your girlfriend, because when females link up with other females, they get freakier and freakier, and then they fucking do the craziest shit, nigga. Them lesbians do the craziest shit, and yo, they like, for all the difficulty that's in relationships between males and females, these females, man, they do the craziest shit. You understand, nigga? It's not abyssal. They do the craziest shit. That romance shit, okay, that you do with your girlfriend or whatever, it's not the same shit that she does with her girlfriend. I mean, they would fucking, if they could, take a fucking break a motherfucker tree stalk, nigga. and be trying to put them joints in and share a tree root first. like on some routine morning shit, bro. 1000%. I know niggas be mad at me for telling the truth, but it's like, how the fuck you you gotta compete? Dudes gotta compete with all them fucking prosthetic limbs they put out for fucking. They put out for fucking. I mean, when lesbians get together, they got from the tiniest of the set. They plan on fucking for like nigga the entire day. Like I guess you know they do it. No, but look, they start with the fucking tiniest. They start with the fucking tiniest little fucking dildo, and then they fucking work their way up to a fucking you know what I'm saying? Fucking pool noodle. They work themselves up to a pool noodle. So they try to get these females out of their natural state of affections, where they where they rather accept things. Like females are so fucking. Let me tell you something, man, about cats. There's no reason cats should have an attitude because females are so adaptable, I should say, to so many fucking situations. I mean, they're like fucking resilient plastic. You know, I say fuck the fake shit. Double entendre is what it would seem, because that's exactly what they do. They fuck the fake shit. And once they get used to that shit, you know what I'm saying? Which, once they get used to that shit, then they, you know what I'm saying? They fucking, you know what I'm saying? They gotta have it in that way. So, so the thing is I understand there's two things that connect people pertaining to communication, and that's secrets, and it would seem as sex. Pertaining to knowledge. Okay? Pertaining to knowledge, not wisdom. Secrets would seem to create a stronger bond between individuals that would suggest trust on the faith. But sex is the other thing. Whether it be here, and the deer, I came over here to this side of the park, and the deer, they follow me over here. Everything is like a fucking zombie apocalypse here, dude. You know what I'm saying? It's so weird. So that's what I'm telling people. It's supernatural phenomenon, all sorts of shit going on in this motherfucker. But anyway, man, females, you know what I'm saying? You know, listen, man, and look, I ain't judging. I'm just saying, I'm observational and shit. They do the crazy. Hey, they do the craziest shit. So when you in that shit, they want to do something so excessively intricate to you, in which you can't go back. In other words, they must put you outside of your comfort zone and stretch the bonds of your mind, in which you fall into a new category of interest. And this is what happens to the females, you know, pertaining to the Garden of Eden and how they kind of got like weeded out, you know what I'm saying, pertaining to their lineage, so on and so forth. So they're out of they made it an agreement to go outside a particular structure. And this is why it was a drastic thing when the sons of God came into the daughters of men. You understand what I'm saying? This is not a separation of race. This is a separation of, you know, knowledge and wisdom, because the ways of this world is going to be contrary or backwards. You understand what I'm saying? The knowledge of this world or the ways of this world is going to be backwards. You know, you are in the new world, but you are under an old law. Okay, you are under an old law. So we would need to be sanctified, so on and so forth, pertaining to your practices, so on and so forth. Because let me tell you, like, they try to traumatize the female in which during the course of events, they would sooner to experience these things per their age or whatever, as actual experiences in which they would seem to want. And as you know, these activities correlate with sugar, and they get addicted. Okay, they get addicted to the shock value and the trauma, and it becomes a psychological bond, which would make it spiritual and pertaining to the soul tie. And then it would pertain to a culture, and that culture, out of perception and views of the Bible, and the individuals who go to institutionalized churches and what they think and what the Bible actually says when these communities come together. But just because the Bible, if you're in Christ, doesn't put that out, doesn't mean that I don't see the nefarious and fucked up ways in the mind control that's in the LGBTQ community also, and the caste system pertaining to race. Very racist over there. You know, when you deal with, sodomy in society, which goes back to Sodom and Gomorrah, you're dealing with upper echelon individuals that got the bread and resources. One thing about human dopamine is, like, it runs out. You could burn out your adrenals also. People get accustomed to routines. There's nothing wrong with changing, except for when these intentions are weaponized, even though they're disguised as new experiences, then them new experiences change individuals as if they got cloned over by Agent Smith, going on Twitter, X marks the spot, airing out their business, principalities of what they think about, and they do. And it would seem that my mouth is foaming up shame, but I'm more like a scribe talking about the age of today. And so you have unnatural situations. And the unnatural situations that I speak of is more intimate. It pertains to your heart and how you think of things and the ways you go about it. You see so many out there to proposition new experiences in front as if those experiences are love, in which it suggests that there's no connection actually. Just impulses and sensations until individuals get bored. And this is the curse of knowledge, isn't it, also? So then they venture out. If you don't have that spiritual covering, that void in your soul, no matter what individual it is, it's going to spill out and get larger. The goal is not to need so much. The goal is not to need at all. And that's the point. And the difference between knowledge and wisdom. Of all the things I can possess, I only got, you know what I'm saying, four limbs. How much can I do at a single time? If you have so much, then you have to divide your time also. And will you love all these things the same? Or will you love some more than others pertaining to your time? So in essence, when it comes to riches, you can have enough to enjoy, but how much do you actually need in comparison to what you actually have? The difference, I suppose, is one's savings. I think a lot of things could have been done more for society. You know what I'm saying? And when these intentions come inside a life that's routine, your schedule, and you're built for going to a factory, then that leaves in between other interests. And I know these people that stay in houses don't just sit there and live like I do. There's something that has to keep them inside of that house. This is exceedingly boring. Either they're soulless beings that are just robots, or they got something to pop off of. Think about it. And when you have something to pop off, why is it synonymous that social medicines are attached to certain interests? And does it not seem like the birds just flock where the bread is? What other impulses are there? How deep is that relationship? Even though individuals have trust, I'm not naked if I take my clothes off. My nakedness is my words. I share the truth and it's naked and raw. I call it nakedness. Here it's called raw. And that's intense for other individuals because they know I speak the truth. Interesting. You see, these are the things that I observe. So I know what happens to the birds, but even beyond what happens to the birds is interesting because even though they exist, let's say on a ranch or a farm, and their memory is, because they're taking all the things the CIA gives to stay inside of a workers' comp and disability situation to feed the masses and the other birds and attract them in a cage in which they can't get out of. You know, Navy shit. I used to be a SEAL intelligence, former life. Think about it. I didn't fuck with mind control. I found it to go against ethics. You could do the same and even better without being nefarious. And in these cliques, these walls closed off, you have to have separation so these separatists has hate also. And this ain't my move against separatists because everyone's a separatist from each other. And in their separation, these spirits of these communities seem so selfish, ready to freeze to death because they won't share their sticks in the center to start a fire. And this fire is a fire that burns according to knowledge, in which it needs martyrs, and they look for sheep. I follow Christ. The Old Testament is for the lost. Those who follow Christ, there is no law. We are under grace. We go according to faith, and our business is to love the Heavenly Father, meaning the highest principles and attributes of character in which an individual can only exist in inside of his Son, pertaining to this world. Meaning that in loving others as you love yourself and putting God first, then the community will ultimately work. And it also says, love your enemies also, pertaining to knowledge and how the shadows it casts. If we were able to do this thing, we wouldn't be inside of these predicaments. Somehow I think, oddly, children can accomplish it, but we can't see a fall. The more we go to church, the less we learn. Doesn't that pertain to memory? So, you guys, what happens to these birds, man? These... You know what I'm saying? These little baby birds. Now, let me not call them baby birds, because if I start calling females baby birds, right, I'm going to confuse individuals that's into other shit. And I could tell you in the suburbs, I don't know how these baby birds, how these birds, these females, are caught up. And there's not one on the move in all these communities. They'd have to be put forth as business. And this business works two things. And this business connects with government agencies, you see. And these government agencies collect information off of pillow talk. Imagine the CIA. The studies of individuals on LSD. I don't know if you remember back in the day, they can control the water and put micro doses of LSD in the water. It was a conspiracy theory about this, and people speculate that I'm on some hallucinogenic. If you look around of the things that circumvent around my topics, it seems that individuals assume that I'm on some type of shit, and I am. But not the same type of shit that you know about. So I gotta come under oppression of the knowledge perpetually, in which even if individuals are proved wrong, they just gotta find evidence against a nigga because they jealous on the under and they don't know themselves. So that's an ulterior motive of spirits that work through them. There's a working at hand. And it seems like this work is against the nigga, and this work don't have to do with building society, but tearing it apart. The work is a work in which it needs a martyr. Amongst many men, the work they work is their own wine press. And this is the crushing of these grapes and these birds, these females, in which there are none in society and exist in these houses with nice teeth and nice hair. Just how pretty you look, young angel. I can't fuck with you because I know exactly how you got like that. All of these things cost money. Nobody's complaining about bread. We live in the land of the free, don't we? Even though I'm not free here. These are the things that happen to those who are chosen in the body of Christ. We're left out and we're exposed, naked. Individuals can't take the sunburn, the ways of our language, how we can hang tough despite not having, stay in shape without needing as much. These are the things that I see spill out into society in which there is warfare over resources. And I could tell we're not united. In this world, there are men who are scared. Why are there so many weapons? How often do we go to war, really? We got weapons so strong that we don't want to start nothing? What the fuck is the point? We have weapons because we have weapons because we need weapons. We have too many walls that we can't stuff with insulation and all these dollars, and we tripping over resources in a place where individuals starve. For what? Suburbs, walking around the track, looking at these homes, feels like I'm trapped on the set of Mr. Rogers. People come out. What are these? Neighborhood watch? Come around a nigga? And they cardigan shirt? Stop. I ain't fucking with no one. Stay in your houses. I think they either guilty or more thirsty than they let on. Vampire. People just form out of the mist when they come around a nigga. Walking up with no sound on a nigga. Questions I ask myself, I think like this. What's a vampire if his fangs get knocked out? Nothing. You built for 2 teeth. Babies do the same shit. This place, man, it traps these birds, and then these birds, once they're broken at the stable amongst the horses, then they're put onto the streets after their mileage is used up, and they feed them drugs, but they give them nice things. Then they do business and sales and make orders. This is why I call certain archetypes of individuals wildlings. It's obvious. They know it unto themselves. Why am I hated? Obviously, I could tell by the archetype they embarrass. The only thing that would separate me from some of that is the shame they have and what happened. And this is exactly what those who fear wanted, those men. And they benefit either way from their services. And life goes on and they move on, so forth. It's an interesting community dynamic in which it seems there is nothing here that can be offered. That would mean if God gives good things, there's nothing good here. The most intimate thing I can share with you is my words. What happens to the flesh in the image? It fell. The body and the flesh isn't intimate anymore. We're not in natural affection. We're not even attracted to anybody. We just go through actions just to kill time. I go for walks at night and in places where there's no traffic. Individuals and cars appear in this matrix, and I can't call this real. And I ain't the one that's in delusion. The most intimate thing I can share with you is the truth with my words. But I see a world of liars, and I ain't got no friends, and I don't know how that's possible. I was pretty popular with trying not to be a ninja in California. I had a lot of friends, accidentally. And now I'm here in Missouri. You don't see anything wrong with that and what's going on in this city? And did I step in a time machine and go back in time? These motherfuckers is built for picnic tables in the 50s? Is that an archetype of mind and a psychology? What does that mean, black man? The fear is so great, they got a science to take you out. Eugenics. And if you want to rise up, you have to get down with the program. And this program means they only feel safe around you if you're fucking gay. If you're not gay, they're scared to death. What does this tell me about the white people? Black people are of God. The other individuals are androgyne. That's got to be a secret. There could not be this much fear. There are walls that are heaped up with guns. Niggas in the street are the only ones who use that shit on the regular. And we watch the TV shows, don't we? And listen to the rap music. And sometimes we eat chicken. And if nobody's looking, we're down as fuck. So, yeah, man. So all the birds, you know what I'm saying? All the fucking birds are fucking gone. Just to review, the most intimate thing that I can share with you is my word, which has been with me since the beginning, as it has been with God. That is the most intimate thing I could do. And I need to tell the truth, and it needs to give you fruit according to life, helping you be aware and make better decisions if you need to adjust or do anything. That's all this is. For anybody that's out there, for the individuals that's going through things, I'm trying to keep your, you know what I'm saying, your head, so to speak, in the game. You know, to the point where, because people seem to be delusional, or, you know what I'm saying, losing their mind out here. You know what I'm saying? That's what it appears. And I'm just talking about basic things such as coordination. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right. I mean, I know white people used to couldn't dance. Now they could dance. You understand? Now they could dance a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Snap their fingers, clap. Sometimes they stomp off beat, but that's okay. They wildlings, man. When I say wildlings, means their spirit is younger in such a manner that you would think a child. Okay? A lot of them are not constrained to time pertaining to this physical world, such as you are. So when they're androgyne, they would be experiencing time differently, all right, generally than binary individuals, because they are operating through a door. All right, so that is the other thing. A lot of times it's, you know, because the ways of this earth is backwards. The spirit of these individuals are younger spirits. All right, and this is pertaining to in the spiritual plane. You see what I'm saying? That operates these vessels, so on and so forth. So terms like "at your age" are real terms. You understand what I'm saying? This is the matrix you exist inside of. You know what I'm saying? And it's completely chaotic, man. And I can tell you by the weather of this summer being the most fucking moisture summer ever, man. I can tell, you know, how the earth, which human beings are comprised of the elements of earth, and how much fucking dew is on the ground, that it's moisturous as I mean, I dude, listen, it's fucking moisturous as fuck. And I'm telling you guys, I'm not fucking, listen. Don't stay up late, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting down with the fucking, I ain't getting down with the fucking bullshit. I'm not getting down with the fucking, because it comes from a place of fear. And given the youthful spirit of these spirits, that if you go into such a thing, they will fucking totally fucking tear you down. They will totally fucking tear you down because they will start looking at it as a point of power and using leverage against you. You know what I'm saying? They're sweet at first. It's like the sweet and sour, except they're not sweet afterwards. They're sweet at first, and then they get real sour, like a little kid. And that is odd to me. That shit is odd. That's why it's like, okay, so you know what I'm saying? And any young lady I meet or you meet, you're gonna have to work with them. And I gotta tell you, they wear them out so bad if they want a job or something like that. They wear these females out so bad. If you think dudes get fucked up in them fucking their spiritual warfare, hey man, let me tell you something. Them females get fucking, dude, they get fucking splattered, dude. 1 million%, man. They hula hoop 'em, man. The shit is ridiculous. Alright? Because they want to make it, when you deal with a narcissistic dynamic, is the fact that they want to wear them out and wear out that shit and ruin it for the individual that they're with. In other words, they want to completely take something. So like, let's say you want a loan for like $20,000 fucking dollars, right? Let's say you want a loan for $20,000 fucking dollars. So this is what I sense happens. Like individuals that they don't have the money to pay back at that time. So they got to do a certain thing or play the fucking game. So what happens is that, you know, something happens. And the more that individual has needs pertaining to this thing, money or some type of resource or whatever, then that individual ultimately becomes owned. You know, they used to have this thing called like, rent to own. They get rented to owned. And these would be like the everlasting change and how it equates in society pertaining to the knowledge of this world versus those who go according to the gospel and go according to the faith, that would make individuals that don't deal with Christ under the law, which is their conscience, that they're constantly overwatched and judged by. So these individuals constantly deal with escapism. They're going to be heavily rooted in escapism, with obliterating their mind with many drugs. You know, not everybody has the addiction is the same. So you have the wolf and the sheep are dwelling together. Okay, that's what's happening. That's what's happening right now. You know, that's what's happening right now. And in the Bible, this verse has changed. You know, if anybody is familiar with the Mandela effect, where it says the lion and the lamb will dwell together, which would be a reflection symbolically, okay, obviously pertaining to scripture, the shepherd and the sheep, but it's saying the wolf and the sheep shall lie together. So this situation is something that is off, that has changed since the Mandela effect, you know, approximately 2013. And these other translations of scripture don't have major scriptural points in there, such as forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. Literally, Christ is crying out, talking about individuals under mind control, so on and so forth, by spirits which are subtle. And if he's saying, he that have an ear, let him hear, meaning their inner ear, he's saying that there are many individuals that cannot hear internally. They don't have a spiritual ear. If they don't have a spiritual ear, you know what I'm saying, they're kind of in a situation where they really can't defend themselves. All right, they just go to and fro according to existentialism, you know. So existentialists would more so correlate with the connotation of how individuals would coin Ray, which would be the god of this world. Okay, and I think they have it backwards, because I've been it seems like individuals have been indicating or pointing to me, as they did Dave Chappelle, calling a nigga Ray, so on and so forth. And the fact of the matter is, it's like, I don't even know who the fuck Ray is. You know, like I said, if you're talking about the individuals that, if individuals are talking about like Hyperia, you know what I'm saying? The first eye was an actual job, but you have to think that at the time that I worked that job back in Hyperia, the individuals didn't eat from any type of tree and fall yet. You understand what I'm saying? So this situation that you have going on right now is you have an imposter, that, you know, the spirit of the beast that is in the earth, because it said that Goliath was possessed by Leviathan, and pride is something that is very high in the earth right now, along with this moisturous ass fucking weather. And when you're an empath, there's a fucking shit. You have to overcome the entire world, and you have to be strong. You have to be tough as nails, because on a spiritual level, you're basically at warfare with the infinite darkness. All those individuals that just go to and fro pertaining to their own fucking imperfect knowledge, rationalization and reason. And this is a wilderness where it's kill or be killed. So people put on a nice face, but they have sharp teeth. You see what I'm saying? Pertaining to how they do business. And females are the first up for their pertaining to a commodity, and has been for a long time, which for some so-called races is going to be easier, such as dragons or Caucasian races, because they shape shift. You understand what I'm saying? And they're hip to how to survive in the older world. So they have a whole system set in place pertaining to their community, in which certain practices that I don't fuck with, you know what I'm saying? And they, that's they then. You know what I'm saying? Like the wildlings, they do that. I imagine, shit, I'm trying to think of their fucking, what's the name of this fucking thing? I don't know, man. Listen, on a cultural level, wildlings do this. You know who I'm talking about. Okay? They do this. It's ingrained in their culture. They're used to this. Okay? And what makes them strong is that they're androgyne. So if you notice, the facial structure predominantly of white people in the 90s is different than the facial structure of people today. If you notice, they have a much more denser or sturdier skull, as they have eloped with dragons and other races from, you know, if people want to say the stars, but really it's the fourth dimension. That's what happened. So these individuals are starseeds, so on and so forth, a lot of them, and they come from a different place, and they're androgyne. Okay? Their ways and their systems and how they live pertains to the secrets in which individuals that have a traditional basis of education is not going to understand certain things that they do pertaining to survival, because it pertains to survival and not thriving. And this pertains to deep state and two different minds, which the deep state would pertain to many things that correlate with knowledge and memories. Okay? And wisdom is, you know, pertaining to how things are and how to move forward from, you know, from the place that you fell from. You know, the spirit comes through and quickens your mind into which you mature. So each of these sessions, in a sense, I'm communicating with other individuals that wish to have some of these words. I'm sharing what I get, you know, from the Most High. And to another degree, it's that if I ever start to lose it or whatever, I have a catalog of notes, which YouTube wants to take down, even though I have less than, 6 views. these things, you know, these things, the truth seems to be very troubling, which is, I don't know why, which would make it seem that there's an agenda to keep a certain portion of the population asleep, which would be a situation of knowledge, and knowledge being a situation of bias, and it being nefarious based on evil intentions pertaining to resources that are in the earth, and individuals don't want to share those. So people die. And I can't get along with that. You know what I'm saying? Other individuals can, because they get caught up in situations where maybe they have a kid, so on and so forth. It's impossible to live. And therefore, if you're within a certain structure of society, the individual suppose you're on the same wavelength or frequency, or that you're going to get down with the program. But honestly, I don't give a fuck, man. My whole run through this joint was kind of shitty. You know, I had great times. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But all the fucking birds were trapped. And I remember when I was much younger, you know, and like fucking, you know, dude, like in fucking elementary school, dude. Yo, listen, it was in the 6th grade. It was already young Caucasian females trying to escape situations. You understand what I'm saying? Already. And who is going to deliver them from that shitty ass situation? A sheep. Think about it. And I move quick. And I sense things. And I may not know shit, but it's better that you tell me. Because if you don't, and I get to it, you know what I'm saying? Imagine something precious. You know what I'm saying? Something real precious and fragile. Okay? And put it in the hands of the Hulk. It's not that the Hulk would be evil and crush it necessarily. It's just like, what the fuck is this? How does it move? That's the difference. It's not that I said anything evil. I just want to know why I can't, what's going on. But now, individuals are walking around saying phrases like, I'm done. I'm like, shit. That's the last thing you want to hear a female say. Because it's like, somebody wore it out. Somebody, you know, they say, somebody wore it out. And now they look good in fashion. You understand what I'm saying? So listen, man. People gotta have a core essence. If you're gonna look, if individuals out here, man, are gonna judge me, man, you gotta have a core essence. And you got to get through that. You got to meditate on this scripture for that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you judge. If you judge things according to knowledge. Okay? Because your perception sees shadows out of your eyes. Okay? Wisdom doesn't have any shadows. Okay? So if you judge a nigga, you judge me according to your knowledge. And you are a judge. And you're fractured by your knowledge. And the mistake you see is the mistake you made. You understand? That what you see that I do that you hate is the mistake that you made. It's the one that you point out. I don't know about that. I just happen to, it's just a coincidental thing for me. You're exposed. That quick. I suggest you just look at the ground. The way you blink communicates to me. That's adorable. That quick. So, You would seem to be the ray, would you not? My ways are about life. The words I share breed life. I plant seeds spiritually. I connect with you in another way. Even though I don't know you and you may know me. These are spiritual seeds of faith which I've planted in the soil of your mind. You ain't getting this nowhere else. If you're listening to someone like me that you would consider to be reckless and still listen. That's what I'm saying. And individuals want to judge me according to perfection, and that perfection is according to their knowledge. And that knowledge isn't even theirs, because they don't know so much, nor do they think. But they oppose some things, and they oppose things that they fear, because people try to move away from it. But they celebrate Halloween like they love it. They can't handle intense conversations, but they do witchcraft. Think about it. They so backwards. They so backwoods. These niggas built like picnic tables from the 50s. I flip them. Think about it. Christ was chilling outside their church. They was exchanging money. He pulled out a belt. He whipped them. Wildlings. They fucking childs. Stop. Emil May, don't make me get my belt out. Real gang member, taking niggas to church all day. Who you rolling with? Niggas at the rave dancing to shit. Front like they sober with their sunglasses on. Stop. Try to front like they ain't gonna shake shit. Please. I'm saying, man. All the damn birds are taken. And they do witchcraft. And going to sleep at night sucks, because then I wake up and they have this shit called a love bite, man. These fucking love bites are fucking ridiculous. They're fucking ridiculous. It's like some type of vampire thing. And you know, I got this music video, you know what I'm saying, Chris Brown, and it's called like Wall to Wall. Okay, it's the vampire one, right? Maybe I'll play that excerpt for a second or some shit. No. Wait a minute. Yeah, wait a minute. It's not. It might not be called Wall to Wall. Grass Ain't Greener. In the Grass Ain't Greener music video, Chris Brown. Okay, Chris Brown has a shirt on, and it says Tommy. Come on, man. Come on. You know the name, right? It's just. Your life should be reflected no matter where you are in reality. A star in the sky, you know, is going to have other stars in proximity. And to some degree that they give light, there should be reflections in which you see commonalities between the characters of other individuals around you. And where you meet in certain characteristics you see in the movies or in cinema, so on and so forth, are reflections of your life. And in that place, you can see Christ. These are things that individuals pass by that light up in which to wake you out of your dream that you walk around in a trance. Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. You know what I'm saying? These other individuals, they're vain. They're constantly watching the coagula, individuals of the faith, in which they wish to imitate, but they have no reflection in their existentialist ways of individuals that are intrinsically inside of God, and therefore God is inside of them. So they are selfless, and they call the selfless ones Ray, except this world is backwards, therefore the ones who call me Ray are Ray, which is taken by the beast because this world is upside down. That is not my job right now. I'm here. So you know, individuals that did not pertain to their morals and ethics, so on and so forth, are exposed by way of their pride, which they promote. And I can see you and you dead on arrival with your intentions. I don't care if you a sniper. Trump should have seen that shit coming. No phone call. These shits is normal if you read the Bible, but they will call you weird here. What does that tell you? And there is not one girl. There should be a line outside my door. But what do I ask for? And what has spread amongst the knowledge? And why was my sex history tracked? And therefore I don't have what they thought they knew. And therefore that means they don't have shit except a miracle. And now they're conflicted in their brain with a splinter in which their knowledge opposes them, in which they can't stand, and they judge a nigga, and so on and so forth. Other individuals thought that they got me sick. And I'm sick as fuck with these words. They sick a different way. I didn't know that. The difference is I'm not in Egypt. My body is, that's about it. You could tell what's real and who's close to Hyperia according to their words. And my words is the most intimate thing that I have. The closer that you are towards other dimensions, your words tend to rhyme and become more intricate. Your words shape shift and move like extra dimensional shapes and objects. You speak things into existence, means you're closer to home. In this world, things are so backwards. Who have you heard that speaks like this? It's so good, it's gotta be evil. If this world is backwards, then maybe you know God. What type of truth do you have in your relationship? What truth do you have in your life? You never could be yourself, so you're not with who you're with. You grew up on biases. There's a lot of girls that like horses. They get by with the drugs, but they settle and they hate themselves. I talk about wildlings. Fuck it. You understand what I'm saying? So, right now, you guys, I would be doing some pull-ups, man. But the bars, man, the jungle gyms, the bars are fucking moist as fuck, man. I'm tired. I got a towel to. I don't really want to go through that, man. I'm tired of polishing them fucking knobs, man, to do pull-ups. Watch, the niggas gonna be mad. You like, you cap it. I like, hey, man, listen. I'm tired of polishing them knobs to do pull-ups at the fucking park because it's moist as fuck. If I try to do pull-ups on a moist bar, I'm gonna slip off and die. That's a low ways to fall down for a nigga. Hey man, listen. Hey man, listen. I said, if I jump up and do pull-ups, you know what I'm saying? And the bars is in the fucking morning dew. It's moisture. It's so moisture. If I jump up there and try to do pull-ups with them bars being that moist, and I slip and I fall and nigga fall down and die, nigga. Cause like that's a long way to fall. Meditate on what I just said and how it sounds stupid and funny. You will see that it's also very profound. That's a long way to fall is a statement. I'm talking about polishing the knobs and how slippery they are. And I'm talking about slipping and falling, man. And I you know, today I just had to say, you know what? As much as I love doing pull-ups, I'm not gonna do no cattail pull-ups today. I ain't gonna do no fucking pull-ups today. You wanna know why? I had to just stop. You know, it started yesterday. Or not actually yesterday, a few days ago. I said, shit, I ain't fucking polishing them fucking knobs anymore, do no fucking pull-ups. Fuck, it's bad enough I'm already at this park. In the middle, the park is surrounded by all these houses with fucking, like, old white people from the fucking 50s and shit. You got a nigga in there just fucking going full kunta, man. Fucking doing his pull-ups and shit. Like, yeah, this is my fucking park. Oz, nigga. Roof, roof. You know? Stare down little kids and shit. Fuck is you doing? Go get your mama. I see it. I said, hey man, listen. I'm gonna jump up there and the motherfucking Nas be so damn moist that I slip and fall and I die. Bro, cause nobody give a fuck. Bro, because people so hot, nobody would give a literal fuck, man. Nobody would give a little fuck. These motherfuckers out here, man. Yo, man, they into that fucking, man. You know, hey, listen. Another tip I want to tell you guys is that sugar is bad for you, man. I've been seeing that come up a lot. So, if you're out there, I know I use fucking granulated sugar, you know, to put in my oatmeal. Now, some people use the brown sugar, you know, that you get from fucking DG, Dollar General, or so on and so forth. And I gotta say, man, I just use the regular kind of sugar. I don't use the brown sugar. And hey, man, listen. Sugar is bad for you. That's what I've been saying. It can extract nutrients from your body. You get what I'm saying? Like, this shit has resurrected from the fucking 80s, this shit. The fucking, people are fucking, listen, man. Listen, man, love yourself and love others, man. You need to come out of that shame. I told you, you know, if you walking away spiritually, that God, you know, God will heal you. He will heal you. This is not to say what individuals can or can't do. It's just to say that, you know, if you change your life, you could change your life. You know, Christ made that possible, and that, you know, reality is very fluid right now. Reality is very fluid because things are changing. Things are in the mix. Things that were are not anymore. It is as possibly a transformation from one kingdom or old kingdom into something new. You know, you never know. Something great. Okay, something great could potentially happen. I do know that one time this Daystar thing went off, and like it brought healing. But see, I don't have the Daystar thing. I don't have control. I don't have control over the Daystar, you guys. I don't want you guys to get things confused. God is God. You know what I'm saying? God does that. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm just, hey man, I'm just a human being, man. You know, I can say that the Spirit of God has been on me to the point where, my temperament, I could never get through, this much to this point without, the help of God. I could never do it. You know what I'm saying? And he's kept me from getting very angry. There was like one close call, something unexpected came out of nowhere where I fucking just shot up in energy, because I was like, I don't know, dude. I got fucking pissed. I was sitting on the couch. I got pissed about something, and like God caught it. He caught that shit. He caught that shit. He caught that shit before it went off. He was like, phew, and it was gone. So, yeah, the Daystar thing. It's written in scripture that Daystar brings healing. And one time when it went off, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got healed. That's what happened. And I was still on Earth after it went off. So it was actually a good thing that happened that time. You see what I'm saying? But that correlates more, you know, with the Most High. I'm just here. For those who understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, I think that's all I really wanted to say. I just want to point out, to judge a thing is to judge a thing by knowledge. The mistake you see is a mistake you made according to knowledge, and the mistake you judge by is not the thing that wisdom sees to judge by. So individuals that are constantly judging other individuals generally pick criteria that wisdom wouldn't pick pertaining to judging an individual. And usually the criteria that they pick is in particular and is a direct line to their own insecurity or past experience, oftentimes. I mean, how would they have knowledge of such a thing? So people can't really talk about you bad. You know what I'm saying? The things I say are to try to build you up and make you aware of what's going on, and to let you know that you're not alone in your predicament. And because these things seem taboo and make individuals nervous, so on and so forth, then I, the fool, say these things. So, you know, you can go ahead, keep your reputation, so on and so forth. And just know that you're not, you know, you're not alone. Other individuals are going through what you're going through. You're not fucking crazy, so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? But if I've managed to say all of these things, I mean, why would you have any trouble expressing yourself, especially if you're in Colombia? You know what I'm saying? If you're in Colombia like me, you could express yourself. You know, we have that business right through America. All right. Oftentimes we are seen and judged by knowledge, and knowledge seeks and finds imperfections in its expression of existentialism. So we're known by our curses and not our blessings, a byword, by the selfish abyss which consumes what it captures, lacking core essence. Lacking core essence, it reflects upon the selflessness of God and finds fault with that which it can't express. So these individuals can't express the selflessness as those individuals that follow God, And they judge individuals that follow God based upon perfection, and their understanding of perfection is based on knowledge, and that would be perceptual criteria. All right, it would not be the thing that wisdom sees. And this same coagula that judges you reflects upon the selfless not having a core essence, and it does so with vanity. So that causes enmity and comparisons. So that's the constant, comparison with black men in society pertaining to secret council, so on and so forth, in which there is certain speculations and ideations of race war, deep state politics, trends, targeted ads, and other things. Okay, all of this directly correlates to what what was going on with the Hebrews in Egypt. If it was a boy, Egyptian kid, they would throw him in the river. All right, that's what would happen, and kill him. That's where you get the thing with Spartan and all that shit. It came from black men. Everything comes back to me. You know what I'm saying? If we want to get on supremacy, I fucking own you. And you know that. That's the only thing you know by the knowledge of what you hate me by. And your supremacy is your insecurity and weakness. And I step upon the grass and I find moisture. You like a wet shower curtain. I'm like doomsday. You understand? There's a difference between you and I. You talk about death because you find capability in it. I don't really see what's there to fear. It's just a moment in time. It couldn't be anything but an escape from my life that I've existed this lifetime. So what? The average black man thinks like this. White people do not. At a baseline, I could sense steroids in the air. Not that I sense it or I smell it, but it takes a lot, considering certain races are androgyne, and then they want to come around and act tough by the numbers. Stop. You know you're not built like that on the inside, so you got all that on the outside, and you see. We just don't give a fuck. We kamikazes. A lot of individuals I was related to. Tupac, my little brother. XXX Attention, I knew him. These are individuals from where I came from, and I still see them from many different eyes and many different versions. At their core essence, they're the same individual, even though there's different individuals that are them in society, you see. It's not a matter of clones, it's a matter of the spirit you have. So many took theirs for granted. I came in a test tube. How could I have been eaten from a fucking tree? I'm like Homelander from The Boys. Everything I like, they are killing off as if they're looking for a nigga before he turns 2 years old. I'm following Christ. You niggas is high off of King Herod. Thinking you have power, but I know you don't think so much. So your tactics are elementary at best. Peace and blessings with you all. I'm out.
When I die, fuck it, I wanna go to hell. Cause I'm a piece of shit, it ain't hard to fucking tell. It don't make sense going to heaven with the goody goodies dressed in white. I like black Timbs and black hoodies. Gotta probably have me on some real strict shit. No sleeping all day, no getting my dick licked. Hanging with the goody goodies, lounging in paradise. Fuck that shit, I wanna tote guns and shoot dice. All my life I've been considered as the worst. lying to my mother, even stealing out her purse. Crime after crime, from drugs to extortion. I know my mother wish she got a fucking abortion. She don't even love me like she did when I was younger. Sucking on her chest just to stop my fucking hunger. I wonder if I died with tears come to her eyes. Forgive me for my disrespect, forgive me for my lies. My baby mother's 8 months, her little sister's 2. Who's to blame for both of them? I swear to God, I wanna just slip my wrist and end this bullshit. Throw the magnum till my head threaten to bullshit. And squeeze until the bed's completely red. I'm glad I'm dead, a worthless fucking Buddha head. The stress is building up, I can't believe suicide's on my fucking mind. I wanna leave, I swear to God, I feel like death is fucking calling me.
And I always find something wrong.
But nah, you wouldn't understand.
You've been putting up with my shit just way too long. I'm so gifted at finding what I don't like the most. So I think it's time for us to have a toast. Let's have a toast for the douchebags. Let's have a toast for the assholes. Let's have a toast for the scumbags. Everyone and none that I know. Let's have a toast for the jerk-offs. Gotta never take work off. Baby, I got a plan. Run away fast as you can.
You see, it's kinda like the crack with the poop and New Jack. Except when I cross over, it ain't no coming back. Should I die on the train track like Rainbow and B Street? People at the funeral frontin' like they miss me. My baby mama kissed me, but she glad I'm gone. She know me and her sister had something going on. I reach my peak, I can't speak. Call my nigga cheap, tell him that my will is weak. I'm sick of niggas lying, I'm sick of bitches hawking. Matter of fact, sick of talking.